Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called CB4, 1993. I'm giving this 2 out of 5 stars. I really just like this flick. It's supposed to be a musical comedy parody of NWO by Chris Rock. And it was very popular at the time. I think when I was reading the reading up on this, it had pretty impressive numbers for opening night. Let's see what it says here. Oh, it ranked number 1 at the box office in its opening weekend, with sales totaling $6.1 million across 1,205 theaters. And at the end of its domestic run, it had grossed a total of $17.9 million on a budget of $6 million. So it kind of bills itself as a gangsta rap movie, but I don't know. A lot of the music is commercial rap, like Public Enemy, NWO, or NWA. Sorry, what did I say? NWO. NWA. You've got Public Enemy, Run DMC, and Ice Cube. I like that kind of stuff back in the '80s, but it got really boring. And to me, it's more like commercial rap. It's not really underground hip hop or gangster rap. Around this time, the early '90s, I was more into like Ghetto Boys and Wu-Tang Clan and Hieroglyphics, that kind of stuff. But the music is really lame in this, and I didn't laugh a single time. The only highlight was when the hose, or the hoe singular, is showing off her breast. That's probably why it gets a rated R movie rating, just in addition to all of the potty mouth that Chris Rock does. On the movie poster, it even has him looking like an NWA rapper with consumer advisory explicit lyrics, and then the lyrics are crossed out, and then they put comedy over his mouth. I guess they're saying that Whitey's censoring him, which kind of has that theme through the movie, and it's got an annoying "Back to Africa" dude mistakenly thinks that he's following the footsteps of Malcolm X. I think this movie is confused, or it's doesn't know where it's going. But Phil Hartman plays the whitey politician who wants to ban gangsta rap as part of his campaign shtick. He's got a picture of himself and I think Ronald Reagan on his desk. He's got the American flag, so of course Whitey's a conservative guy going after the gangster rappers. So Chris Rock plays this dude Albert. He listens to some of the more milder stuff, rap music, and he starts forming a rap group with his two buddies. One of his buddies has like 6 sisters. And the other buddy is working doing some kind of gay pick up the phone sex, gay phone sex, I should say. And so one day Chris Rock stumbles in to the club called Gusto's. Gusto's is like a drug dealer club owner, and right when he steps in, the police arrive, and they bust Gusto with his cocaine, his crack cocaine there, and Gusto blames Albert, aka Chris Rock, for setting the whole thing up, framing him. So Gusto goes to jail, and then Albert has this idea. He's going to rename himself MC Gusto. He figures Gusto doesn't care because he's in jail, and they're going to do gangster rap. With Dead Mike and Stab Master Arson. The two guys renamed themselves, so it's a trio that dresses a lot like NWA, got the same kind of NWA hairdo, and they quickly become the hottest band in the world. I won't repeat the names of their song. One of them is not fit for YouTube, but then again, none of my videos are fit for kids. I always mark it not for kids, my videos. Anyway, so Phil Hartman, the ambitious politician, wants to shut down CB4, which stands for Cell Block 4, some kind of fictional cell block that Gusto, the real Gusto, was staying in, not the fake MC Gusto, played by Chris Rock. And he manages to send them to jail for playing the obscene song that I won't mention. Sweat from my testicles. But they use the B word instead of testicles. Anyways, Chris, after they get out of jail, well, Gusto tries to frame them. He skips jail and he tries to frame them for robbing a video store, or some kind of store, a record store, and they expose his face to this CCTV cameras, and they take the tape to Connie Chung as blackmail. So that he can, Gusto can profit from Albert's success. So CB4 breaks up as part of the blackmail from Gusto, and then their record label dude ends up getting shot and killed, and then that's pretty much the movie. It's a lot of musicians on this one. I'm gonna have to look up all the different rap groups, mostly commercial rap, as I said. Although I mentioned Wu-Tang Clan as underground hip hop, but Method Man kind of crossed over in the mainstream when he did that song with Mary J. Blige. Remember that? And then rappers in general went broke, just like the movie predicted, just like Chris Rock's dad predicted. Rap kind of died, and Method Man went broke. Guess he was living high on the hog like Sean Price. But anyways, you got Ice-T, Halle Berry, Ice Cube, Flavor Flav, Shaquille O'Neal, Eazy-E, and the Butthole Surfers. What are the Butthole Surfers doing in this movie? I don't know. But the soundtrack was released on March 2nd, 1993 by MCA Records. It peaked number 41 on the Billboard 200, number 13 on the top R&B hip-hop albums. So like I said, it was very popular. Fear of a Black Hat. I haven't heard of it, but it's also from 1993. It's also a mockumentary comedy, musical comedy. Evolution and State of American Hip Hop Music. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to add it to my Netflix queue. But anyways, I will look and see who which rap groups the music belongs to for CB4, because I know there's a long list, and I looked through the rolling credits. There's a ton of rap groups in this movie, and there's even one called CB4. I guess CB4 was an actual rap group that I never heard of, and I guess it wasn't the same as the. It wasn't exactly the same as the three actors' names in that rap group. So I'm looking at the full cast. On Peacock. I never heard of Peacock. What's Peacock? I've got somebody, Bajurfur the Hobbit, in my chat room, telling me about the fear of a black hat. Cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. So, well, I'm not seeing the NBC Universal streaming service. I don't use streaming. I get DVDs. In fact, it's time for the show and tell. So I spilled water on all this stuff. I ended up going to work, and the tire sensor light came on. So there's CB4, the movie, little disc show and tell. The next one we have is here's the other one. I'm almost done watching this. center of the web. I don't know what happened to the cat from outer space. I think the old lady took it upstairs. She hasn't figured out to bring it back to me. Either that or it got lost in the mail. One of the two. But anyway, cool. I'll check out The Fear of the Black Cat. And like I said, the tire pressure light came on when I drove to work this morning. Turned out I had two bald tires on the right side. So I ended up spending like $500 at Firestone to get the tires replaced and to get the fuel system cleaned and the new cabin air filter. I've been putting off getting maintenance on my car just because of the whole COVID protocol rules for going into businesses here in California. And also, I don't want to take time off work, but they actually took my car without me having to make an appointment. So that saved me an extra day of not taking off work. MC Gusto. Oh, yeah, that's another scene. I don't know if they're trying to make fun of Eazy-E, but there's a scene where Chris Rock is all dressed up in drag, trying to frame Gusto for real instead of pretend setup. This was an actual plan setup that the three of them came up with. Chris Rock is dressed up in drag, and he starts having the hots for the dude who was doing the gay phone sex before he became a rapper. That was kind of weird, man. I don't think I enjoyed that scene with Chris Rock and drag puckering up for the gay phone sex rapper dude. I guess they were trying to make fun of Eazy-E in that respect. I just remember Ice Cube came out with that song No Vaseline. He was making fun of Eazy-E too. But cool. I miss the early 90s, even if it's lamestream commercial rap like this movie. I'm going to have to find the actual soundtrack to this. The rap group names in the description box. So I'm going to work on that after I find The Fear of a Black Hat. Might be on Netflix. Let me check. Okay, I'm on Netflix. It's loading. Nope, not on Netflix. How about YouTube? Is it on YouTube? Straight Out of Low Cash. Yeah, that was one of the songs too. Oh, it's supposed to be a rare movie, Fear of the Black Hat. And I see it on YouTube. An hour and 28 minutes. So I'm gonna add it to my list of movies to watch here. Yeah, cool. Thanks for the tip. I'm definitely going to check that one out. Or thanks for the mention. So I'm almost done with Center of the Web. I'll tell you the list of movies that I'm going to watch that are Netflix related, but at least I can send back CB4, maybe get a disc on Monday or Saturday even. But I got The Cars That Eat People. I started watching that. It's pretty bad. Kickboxer 5 Redemption. Creature of Destruction. Then I got Kill Squad. Knife for the Ladies. Riot on Sunset Strip. Excessive Force and Fear of the Black Hat. That's my list of movies to watch, and those are all, most of them are viewer recommendations or viewer mentions. So thanks for that. That's the end of my review. Laters.